This is how I got to Diamond. Alrighty then. Ladies and gentlemen, the JP family. I've got a little something to show you. Skadoosh. Oh yeah. We hit Diamond. We hit our target. We made our target. We grinded towards our target. We hit it. And we hit it fucking hard. And we hit it 1 day before the beta closes. Now, if that's not meeting a deadline perfectly, I don't know what is. Now, I think today was a real eye-opening moment for me. I learned 2 really important things today during my matchmaking with randoms and one friend. So it was a duo solo queue today. And those were, this game is a lot like Overwatch. Now you're probably like, JP, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, I mean, it's only got abilities, that's about it. But you know what else it has? Ultimates. These ultimates are really powerful. Round changers. Game winners. Especially if you was to pick this game, for example, where I fragged out a lot. If you're fragging out a lot, and you know you're fragging out a lot, make sure you're using your ult. Likewise, if you see someone else on your team who's fragging out a lot, but not holding on, they just keep holding on to their ults, make sure to let them know. Give them opportunities to use them. Don't just say, hey, use your ult. Say, hey, Breach, why don't you send your ult onto B this round? Hey, Brimstone, send your ult into Lamps. That could get a kill and it's going to open up the A site pretty well. What I'm trying to say is, what a turning point in most pro Overwatch games. Ultimate economy. Ult economy is important. You need to know when to use them. And most of the time, especially at my ranks, about like a bit average at the game, people tend to just hold on to their ultimates and just play Counter-Strike. Which is natural. Most of the people playing this game or interested in this game are probably from Counter-Strike. Now, moving on from the ultimate point, I said 2, didn't I? The second one being making sure the team has some sort of idea of what they're doing. Now, I don't really regard myself as a good strat caller. In fact, I think it is one of my weaknesses. I pointed that out in my previous video. But in one of these, I'm pretty sure it was this game here on Split. Yeah. I really took on the role of in-game leader. Sort of. Because it's ranked, isn't it? It's not an actual comp. You can't shoutcast like and delegate to people and expect them just to do it. This is random people. You don't know these people. But if the majority of the team is being quiet, a voice of reason is often there to be listened to. Especially if you're the top frag. See, this is like some unwritten CSGO rule which for some reason people abide by. If you're the top frag, people just assume people are more likely to listen to you. So if you're sat there, you're like this. You keep getting these kind of games where you're the match MVP, but you lose by a drastic number. So, you're the team MVP, but you still lose. Maybe critique yourself and think, am I actually giving enough info, giving enough ideas to my teammates? Because if you're able to frag this easily, people are just way more willing to listen to someone who looks like they know what they're doing. So just act. Just think about, this is what I was doing during this game. I was just thinking in my head, well, I spend a lot of time in Hiko's stream. I watch him play all the time. What are some of the strats that he says to do? And then I just call this basic strat we kind of sort of execute it. I'm telling you, use your ulti now. If you have a Viper, just make sure she uses that ult on a small site. That's a round winner.
What the fuck, man?
Let's get a B push and use Viper's ult here. Gonna be the same game with the wall, and the heaven smoke would be nice.
Can smoke heaven.
So wait, you need to get on site. Have you got the bomb? Phoenix, give the bomb to Viper. So in synopsis, there's 2 main points that I learned. Ultimate economy, not being afraid to be an in-game leader. But also take that with a pinch of salt. The in-game leader one can be a bit iffy, because you can sometimes get the people who are just they're talking as if you're in a grand final for $1 million tournament. You have to remember, even though that you really want to try your fucking hardest, some other people are just there because they enjoy clicking heads. Like they just want to go around, click some heads, and play against people of similar skill level. That's what rank's all about at the end of the day. It's the exact same as unranked, but you're with people of your skill level. It's not it's not like Face It, ESL, ESEA. You don't have to pay to get access to ranked. So there's going to be some more lackadaisical people. Which brings me on to a subtle third. I said there was 2, but this is a subtle little third. And it kind of ties in with my secondary point of not being afraid to be an in-game leader. Make sure the team is cohesing together. That's the word. We're cohesing. And by that, I sort of mean, if you was in my stream yesterday, you'll be fully aware the fact that team cohesion is very important. Because it was I played about 5 or 6 games, and about 4 to 5 of them had someone toxic in. Maybe not even overly toxic. Like, there was this one game on Haven where this Raze main had I assume it was a Raze main, because the long story short was that he rage picked Jet because he was upset that someone took his pick. Jet, what's up? Why are you just chilling? What's up, dude? Do you want to talk to me about your problems? You right? How's your day been? I don't play with my Raze. I don't play with... Oh, so you got upset that your main got picked, so you decided to throw. And so when his main was picked, he just thought, okay, I'm just gonna play Jet and throw. I don't know, like, what mental age these people are at to play in this sort of way that, well, if I'm not playing this character, I don't want to play at all. I would rather waste my own time and the time of the people in this game on my team and just sit in spawn and randomly and do nothing, essentially. Just because their main got picked. Do you hear how pathetic this sounds? This is what a lot of people play like. And in the end, we did somehow. I have no idea how we managed to win that game, but we did. And I feel like I'm going to say this is the reason why. Because I was spending a lot of my energy in that game trying to get this person to stop being so tilted. Like, I wasn't calling like a pathetic child like I am now after the fact. And I was also saying that to my chat as well. But in game, I was like, well, dude, look, you're pro. What? Every time he got a kill. It's like, wow, look how good you are. Why are you crying? Like, what's your problem? And there's also not as drastic situations like that, but when you see multiple people ganging up on someone and calling a specific round their fault, a specific round loss their fault, and I mean, maybe it was, but you have to think this person needs to be in a good mindset for the rest of the game, or they're just going to be tilted and not going to be able to shoot. You're just going to make them worse if you're berating them like this. So what I'll try and do is try and diffuse that. It's like, hey, don't worry about it. Hey, maybe you could have done this better, but it doesn't matter. Just do it better this next round. Just try to be the voice of reason in these unranked games, because it is a real test of character to climb ranked. Like, I've never really grinded ranked that much, and I haven't really, I mean, compared to a lot of other people, I haven't really grinded ranked. Like, I'm only Diamond 1, and I didn't get very many losses. So I essentially was just going up in elo most of the time. And it's a real test of character and patience. Real test of patience. You have to deal with these just small-minded people where they just don't... The only thing they think about is themselves, and that's it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to think like how they feel or think. It is very, very strange. But this is just an update video on how I got to Diamond.